And thank you so much for staying with us. Welcome back. Now, sales of auto parts and accessories also here in Malaysia has been estimated to be worth more than 4.5 billion ringgit a year, of which 3.5 billion ringgit is being imported from overseas. And this calls for a lot of looking into with regards to Malaysia's automotive industry. And of course, one that is budding but has been around for quite some time is NGV. And here in the studio, we've been discussing about some of the aspects and of course benefits of using NGV and some of the points to look out for with regards to safety of using this alternative fuel. Now, Dr. Zander, you were talking about an NGV plan which should be executed. Is that by the government and also by other agencies, or how do you see that happening?
Basically, the government should form a committee with MITI, the Transport Ministry.
Right.
And people from the industry. We already have an association of NGV users, installers, and suppliers. Contact us, we come together, we form a plan for NGV industry, the transition field. Let's not argue about subsidy of petrol, just look at a positive alternative. So from there, with the alternative, more commercial companies use NGV. The roadmap would be lower consumer price index, because nobody can simply quote by increasing their price on their goods or services. That's because petrol goes up. There is an alternative. Yes. The roadmap for this, the MITI and us, should come down, sit together, and map out how we can promote NGV to whom. Basically, NGV should be promoted to people who are lower income.
Lower income?
Yes.
Or average?
Average lower income will be fine. People with carburetor cars, they can convert tomorrow. It's cheap. It's around 2,005 to maximum 3,005. It's less than 10% of the purchase price of the car, original car. Yeah? Not the second-hand value, but the real purchase price from the showroom. It's only 10%. His BMW costs more than that. It's not 7,000, it's 400,000.
Is it cheaper, is it more cost effective? Now, talking about cost effectiveness and all that, is it cheaper to purchase a car that's already got already an NGV rather than, you know, we buy a car and then we convert it? What's the cost here, Danny?
I think the cost is not much different because at the moment there's only a NASA company that's when you bought by a Nazaria or something like that, so you have the option to select either you want to use with a CNG or something like that. But if some of the people they want to install NGV, so I think better they can after they bought the car, okay, they can straight away to convert to the NGV. It's much cheaper.
And the second-hand value of these cars, NGV cars, do they still have second-hand value, or when you sell it, you know, go like, oh, this is NGV? No. There's not much of a value or price. Value depreciate.
Well, I think for those who already installed NGV and the next buyer is looking for NGV, it's going to be a value added for the car. So I think now, many people are looking for NGV vehicles. So maybe they just can buy the vehicle which is ready with NGV.
Are there a lot of people out there, I mean, Dr. Zander, according to your observation, a lot of people are interested in NGV?
Yes. In Johor, I just came back from Johor, Malacca, Seremban. Everybody is interested in NGV. Yes, they do have the money to pay for NGV. What they don't have is the confidence.
Confidence, yeah?
Yeah, and the awareness as well. So therefore, most of them hold back the purchase. So one of the many reasons that the association and us are doing is we are telling you, giving you the confidence that convert. Because you can save your cost tomorrow. And it is 30% cash upfront, 70% cash savings. Don't think. It's better than Jaya, Tesco, and Carrefour sales. It's an everyday savings of 70%.
What do you think of the suggestion that the government should reduce their subsidies, meaning petrol prices should be higher in order to promote the use of NGV?
First, petrol is subsidized.
Heavily in Malaysia?
Yes. We are almost cheapest among the ASEAN countries
So it
except
looks
for Brunei.
like the government and those companies associated with the government is promoting the use of petrol rather than NGV.
Petrol is something that we are addicted. I'll give you an example. Me and my kid, when I went back home with my dad, it was a petrol car. So my first taste of car was petrol car. I'm an addict to petrol. Somewhere in between, I use NGV because it's green and it's cost savings. My son went home from the hospital with an NGV car. It's a totally different generation. He still sits in an NGV car, so does every user who uses NGV. Their kids are born with NGV cars.
So it's a habit, and because people use it. Okay, we've got just about a minute left. Final words from, of course, we start with Muhammad. Any advice out there to people who want to, change or alternate to NGV?
Well, I think we have to let the people out there to know that when you use NGV, you can save 70% of your fuel price.
Save 70%.
70%, and also you're entitled for, you will enjoy 25% road tax discount every year. For example, if you use Nazaria, the road tax is about 600, but if you use NGV, it's going to be 400. So you save 200 every year. On top of that, you enjoy the 70%.
See, all that is already in Muhammad's head. This is how much you save. And Danny, would you trade your BMW for something else perhaps in future?
No, what I
can't chill.
Even though can't chill, whatever car also can install. So
what also car? Yeah, all right.
My suggestion is like that. So the motive is like what Dr. Zender said. We want to create a confidence. We want to make a confidence to all the public. Okay. And really, all these installers here, we really hope that all the government people or ministry or even the Petronas, JPJ can come forward to contact us. And because we already formed the association of the NGV here, and we try our best to educate the public and let them have a confidence about this NGV. Yes, the misunderstanding about the NGV is bad or power loss or have a queue or no station or blah, blah, blah. Something like that.
A lot of perceptions, which is
different perception,
which makes NGV actually look, not very accepted.
The perception is created by people who doesn't know NGV, particularly workshops that are petrol-based. Because if they don't pick up NGV, better disencourage it. If not, you lose a customer to us. And in that expense, the consumer who drives the car have to pay 70% more. Just that because somebody says bad. Not everything is bad. They are good in it. It's just that perhaps the unlucky consumer who chose an illegal installer find it bad. Those guys who like us, well done. Many of our customers converted properly. They never complain. By the way, you can never buy a second-hand NGV car because we are not going to sell to you because we had to buy another car to convert it again.
I was just going to ask about that, but since you've already answered it, yes, no second-hand NGV car out there. I don't see any actually,
We have, but it's also in another website called ngvcommunity.com.
See.
It's between NGV users and NGV users.
Okay, thank you so much, my dear guests, Dr. Zender Tong, who is CEO of Hijau MOG, and Encik Muhammad bin Aziz, who is from Surya NGV, and of course Danny Tan here, right next to me from GT NGV. Thank you so much, and good luck for the show at Auto Malaysia 2010. And of course, for all of you out there who would like to know more about NGV, which is an alternative vehicle, www.ngvlocator.com. That's where to know all the safety features, and of course go to a legal installer of NGV and you'll be quite safe. I'm Annette Wist. Thank you so much for joining us on Biz Talk. This time around we'll see you again.